you mentioned the girdle and you mentioned the lifts. However, one of the things that I mean, I just love
I
hearing.
know where this is going.
Yeah, so he shits his pants, right?
All the time. The nickname,
Go
the
ahead.
nickname for The Apprentice, if you're a boom operator on that show, is the shit show. Because he'd shit himself publicly. Remember how I told you about the words like arbitrage?
Yeah.
So if he saw a word he didn't like and he couldn't pronounce, which is basically any 3-syllable word, he would freak out and he'd fly into a rage and then it would let loose. He doesn't, and you would hear it. He's profoundly incontinent, bro. I'm talking like a minute-long evacuation of his bowels.
Like a cartoon character.
Yeah, no, in full audio, like, imagine the guy's got a lavalier. There's some dude like this being like, I just heard that guy shit himself for 5 minutes.
So what?
And the reason for that is, I used to do a lot of cocaine. Cocaine has laxative. Stimulants have laxative, So it's a combination of like 30 years of stimulant abuse and eating nothing but McDonald's because all he eats is cheeseburgers and then meatloaf at night. So he's got 40 pounds of undigested meat in his colon, and he's basically feeding diuretics all day long. That's what stimulants are. They create water in your guts, in your intestine.
Even a coffee, you need to go to the bathroom.
Exactly. So imagine snorting your coffee and like 6 months worth of Big Macs down there, and then you fly into a rage. So you just lose control.
So the first time like he shits his, Laura, did you have a question?
Yeah, but let's finish up the shitting in his pants.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
Let me.
So
I remember it like it was yesterday. You don't
How do
you
you
don't
forget
forget
that?
your first
Yeah.
kiss and the first time you see Donald Trump shit his pants. And it was on the set of SNL. It was Studio 8H, that thing you watch every Saturday night. That's where the first fake boardroom was built. And they were doing a run through, and arbitrage was the word. And he pointed at the cue cards and said, "You guys are fucking setting me up." He curses like crazy.
right.
And then, you know what I mean? Then the fucking sound. And you're like, that didn't just happen.
So
And they're like, yup, it happened. And it's like, okay, stand down. And then Keith Schiller, who's his big bodyguard, come and gets him. And they change him out. In the host dressing room, they had to take him up these little stairs. So that's how you see him walking. I don't know if you know that set, but
it's right behind Chris, I think.